We can cross now to Andrew Tupper. He's the acting head of the Joint Australian Tsunami Warning Center. Andrew Tupper in Melbourne, what can you tell us?
G'day, Joe. Yes, we're having a look at observations at the moment. The earthquake, as you've just described, Geoscience Australia have assessed that as a 7.9 earthquake at this stage. You might remember that after the Indian Ocean tsunami a few years ago, there's a large program of installing measurement devices, and one of the critical ones for this earthquake is at Honiara, and we've just been watching for data for that to confirm the size of the wave. At this stage, we do not have a tsunami warning for Australia. We've got no threat, and it would be if observations came in that significantly changed that we would upgrade the warning, but at this stage, not an issue. Feel
free to turn around and refer to that map behind you, if you like, and show us where this where the epicentre of this quake was and where kind of Australia is in relation to that.
Yeah, sure. So the epicentre in the eastern Solomon Islands, or southeastern in the Santa Cruz Islands, a few hundred kilometres away from Honiara, the capital. Honiara itself is around 1,700 kilometres from the Queensland coast, about 1,700 kilometres from Cairns. So while tsunami waves travel quite fast, it's still a fair distance to travel, and were there to be any threat to the Australian mainland, we've got quite a while to evaluate that. As I said, there is a particular buoy at Honiara that we're looking at to evaluate the extent of the wave generated.
Yeah, if you want to refer to the map directly behind you, that's the one that we can see in the camera shot. So yeah,
I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So show us on that map where this quake happened.
Sure. Okay. So the area here is southeast of the main group of the Solomon Islands. So the Santa Cruz Islands are here. We have a verification buoy here that was installed by the Australian government, and we have just looking at that data now to see the size of the wave, confirmed that it's no threat to Australia, and then that's still quite a long way away from the Australian coast. So were any impact to happen for Australia, it wouldn't be until tonight or the early hours of the morning, but as I say, we don't believe that will be the case at the moment.
Yeah, so at this stage, we've heard from the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center based in Hawaii, I guess, that there was a registration. As you understand it, was that at Lata, which is on this Santa Cruz Island?
Yes, we had that information in as well. The reason we were looking at the Honiara site is to confirm at a site away from the earthquake centre. Yes, obviously the tsunami warning centres talk to each other, and we're also obviously in close coordination with Geoscience Australia and Canberra. So between the Bureau and Canberra, we've evaluated that there's no threat.
Okay, so in terms of the people in Australia right now, as far as you can tell, there is no threat of any impact of any tsunami of any size on the Australian coast?
That's correct, and if that changes, obviously we'll let everyone know as soon as possible, and we would upgrade the status of the alert.
Yeah. Okay, Andrew Tupper in Melbourne, thanks very much for that information.